Today we are going to start discussing a very new framework, very new business framework that's called Thinking Cube. This framework is designed by me, and why I needed this framework because many a times what happened sometimes it's easy to decide something, but sometimes it is very difficult to decide something because we need to understand when we are investing something very high. Stakes are very high. Suppose if I'm investing too much of money into a project or into advertisement or something, or it can be very time consuming, or it will be requiring lots of efforts at that time. To do or not to do is a question, right? So I designed this framework to understand most of the aspects. So I am not telling that it covers every aspect, but what I think as an important aspect in taking a decision in the business. Suppose you want to design a product, and suppose that product is very time consuming, at the same time requires lots of investment, and at the same time suppose that product is looking for many people, or it can generate lots of resistance inside the organization. Then you have to think whether I'm the person who is confirmed or not, because it should not happen like, okay, now let me step back. No, we are not doing this, not like that, right? So you need to understand this framework if something is happening with you. So what is Thinking Cube framework? So it is providing you multiple perspective about something, right? So for example, in business, uh, sometimes we need to think innovatively. So for anything, just think something in your mind where you need to take decision, which requires lots of brainstorming. See, brainstorming is, I'm not discussing brainstorming. Remember, brainstorming is something which is part of this framework, and brainstorming is something focusing on positive aspects of something. Okay, come out, more thing. It is not like that. Here we need to think so many things. So this framework requires six different types of thinking ability. We need to develop our brain muscle to it. So sometimes, see, sometimes what happens, sometimes we need to think very micro level. At the same time, sometimes we have to think at the very global level, right? Sometimes we need to think detail, sometimes think big. At the same time, sometimes we need to focus on reality. Okay, this is the ground reality, and we have to face that. Or sometimes we think, okay, this is possible, then whatever the reality is, we can do something about it. And sometimes we need to think about negative aspect of something, and sometimes we need to think about positive aspects of something. So what happens? For an example, let me take one by one in detail, a bit of detail. Like, definitely, it is not full detail because when we start thinking, you will understand. So, for example, the see why this is cube, because we have six different type of thinking, right? So a cube has six sides. So now let's go for microphase. Every cube has six faces, right? So this is microphase. Microphase says we need to think about details. What are the details here? Right? Go deeper. Right? What are the tactics we can use? What are the processes, and how we can execute this? How we can not execute this? Right? Everything is so small aspect, very detailed aspect. Right? Uh, it's like focusing rather than on day, you are focusing on seconds, not minutes also, like that. So think about the micro aspects of something which you are thinking of, and see, here we are not going to decide anything, we are just focusing. These are the data based on which we will decide, right? Then the next framework I will tell you about how to decide, but right now we are just thinking, so don't decide anything over here, just think. Okay, so next framework, I mean next part of the framework, that's the next phase of the cube, that is macro level. Now we are going in the reverse direction. So it's like think big. If you heard about the book Magic of Thinking Big, something like that, but much beyond that, right? You have to think big. Strategy. See, strategy is something bigger, and tactics are here, detailed. So, strategy is what people think in corporate level, and execution or tactics is what people execute over here. Planning, what people think, execution, lower level. So here we do macro level, we do planning also. Okay, what will happen? what will happen after 15 years, where we want our company to around, say, after 30 years, like that. Innovation, what we are thinking of here, you can include research, right? So everything will be here. So this is the second phase of the cube. Now the third phase of the cube is reality. We have to think that, okay, this is reality, this is the ground reality, these are the facts which you can never deny and which you have to take into account. Information, right? It's all the information, data. Also, it is always objective, right? So here you can not say, okay, no, this is not right. It is always right. This is data, logic. So this is the reality phase of the cube. At the same time, you can think about possibility. If there is reality, there is possibility also. It doesn't mean that you can stop yourself, but just think after that, okay, what are the possibilities? Right? Here you can think about new ideas. Okay, what are the new ideas? What is possible over here? What are the alternatives? Right? It's all about creativity. Right? Creativity. You can brainstorm here. Yes, this is the part where you can use brainstorm. Sometimes, see, there are people who need body storm also. So you can not only brainstorm, you can body storm also. Right? So this is all about possibility phase of this aspect. And now we are going to discuss about the next phase. That is next phase of the cube, negativity. Negative phase. Here we will think about, okay, what are the difficulties if we do this? What are the risks involved in this project or in this product? What are our weaknesses? What are the threats? And it's what can go wrong, kind of. What can go wrong? What are the threats? What are the problems we are going to face? Right? This you can also think about. Uh, so it's like small term, medium term, and long term. You can think in these three perspectives also. So what can go wrong ultimately? So this is ultimately negatives. But at the same time, we can think about what are the positives then. So what are the positives? Because this is the positive phase. So what are the positive about this product? What is possible? Like that, right? But here, what is possible can go wrong or right also. But here in positives, we think about what is possible, which can go right, right? What are the plus points? And if we introduce these products, what are the plus points? How our company can get benefit? How our customers get benefit? Like that. What are the strengths we are having? What are the opportunities in this? Right? What is the usefulness? What are the solutions? So this is the way we can use this framework, and this is really wonderful framework. And if you use this framework, it will be something like, okay, you will be open to so many things which you have never thought about, and this is something amazing. So I definitely wish you all best wishes to use this framework, because when you start using this framework, it is going to grow and develop your business like anything. So I wish you all the best, and see you into the next part of the framework, where we are going to understand the neuro linguistic programming aspect of this framework. Bye for now.